Look at this monster tree that's taken over the path. It's crazy. I feel like I'm in a fantasy world. Happy Lunar New Year, by the way. I forgot to mention that. It's early February now. We've been in Auckland. Now there hasn't been too much to film yet, so I think the real vlog is going to start today. We're renting a car. We're going to start driving through the country. So I think things are going to get a lot more exciting right now. If you know me, you know I'm a huge nerd. I love science fiction and fantasy and all that stuff. So I'm really excited for today. As you know, the Lord of the Rings movies were filmed in New Zealand. And right now we're at the set where they filmed the Shire. They call it Hobbiton. So we're going to do a tour of the Hobbiton set. Our tour guide needed somebody from our group to reenact one of the famous scenes from the movie. So of course I volunteered. Well, we finally made it to Frodo and Bilbo's house, which unfortunately we don't get to go into, but that's okay. You know, I was kind of a late adopter to get onto the whole Lord of the Rings and Hobbit fan wagon. I didn't really care for it the first time I saw it, but the more I watch it, the more I appreciate it. They are really well-made films. I never actually read the books either, which I should do one of these days. But I just watched all the movies in preparation to come here. The extended cuts, of course, which is the only way to watch them. And they really are quite good. The whole property here is actually really well maintained. It's actually like an authentic real garden. It's not like fake trees, with the exception of some, like the oak tree above Bilbo's house there. That's actually a fake tree. Everything else is pretty much real vegetation. You can see these houses are quite small. So, only built for hobbits, not for full-size humans. And here we are now at Sam's house. I think he's actually one of my favorite characters. We are on our way to the Green Dragon to have a free drink, which is cool. It's part of the tour. That's kind of nice. Okay, it's Green Dragon time. You want a stout? I'll take the cider, actually. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, that bar gets crowded. Yes, it's popular. Best bar in the Shire. Well, the tour is pretty much at an end, but it's been a really cool walk around the property. It really is nice here. We are in Rotorua now, and we're gonna check out some hot springs and some geothermal stuff, but first things first, food. Filmed any food yet, so let's start that tonight. So we're starting with some mussels, and we've got beef ribs and lamb ribs coming soon. Oh, I forgot to film it. So lamb ribs, some beef ribs, everything's good. We're at this park in the middle of the city now that just has a couple pockets of geothermal activity, like bubbling mud pools, and there's actually a big geyser that we're going to try and check out tomorrow if we can catch it. It only erupts once per day, so hopefully we can see that. Now, the cool thing about this area, and it's also a little bit unnerving, is that the geothermal activity changes. So, what used to be solid ground could, periodically change and become soft due to the change of activity. See, they do their best to try to contain it behind the fences, but it does spread. For the sake of my Middle-earth themed adventure in New Zealand, let's just call this Mordor. I know that's really stupid, but I like it. So this huge lake, well, I don't know how huge the lake is because I can't see it, but this is just all smoke, fog, I don't know what you call it, vapors from the geothermal activity. I don't know if I should be breathing it in or not. I know it can't necessarily be bad to breathe this stuff in, but it does smell really bad. Also, it causes a lot of fogging on the lens, so I have to occasionally wipe the lens down. That's my parents hiding in the smoke. Naturally, this whole city kind of smells like sulfur, so even at our hotel, which is like a mile away, it still has that smell. Okay, I'm hiding behind a tree to get away from the wind because it's really windy here, but there's this big lake here next to the city, which is really nice. It's actually a really popular town for tourism. There's a lot of resorts and hostels for backpackers. People come here to go into the woods for hiking, and there's like mud baths and the hot springs to bathe in. But the whole town just has this bad smell, unfortunately, but still a really kind of a picturesque area. But I wouldn't want to live here. This area around Rotorua is really beautiful. The volcanic activity, the sulfur stuff, which is really interesting. Lots of waterfalls and lakes as well. So we're at some waterfalls that we're going to check out now. nice little area here. There's a hike that goes along the water. You can see the waterfalls and the cave. And then it kind of goes up on this ledge here too for a little bit better views. So I think that's about enough for one video. I'm trying to keep this at a length of about 10 to 15 minutes. I've already finished filming the second video, but I still have to edit it. I'm gonna try and make a post about once per week. So if you wanna get notifications about when these videos are coming out, you know, subscribe to the channel. I'll try to keep this stuff coming consistently so you know what to expect. And the next video is gonna feature some national park footage, a little bit of Maori culture, some more waterfalls and canyons, and a little bit of geothermal activity. And if you have any questions about like what's going on, where I'm at, you know, my channel's still small enough where if you leave comments below, I can usually respond to those. So stand by for the next video and I'll see you there.